On today's show, we check in with the 12th Plymouth and architect Bill Forniciari. Stop by Futureworks at the Blue Future Conference, bring you some of the fun had on Halloween on Main, and hear original poetry from Sam Aureli.
And if you're looking to learn or just have some fun, we'll also be talking about classes, programs, and upcoming things to do in Plymouth, Pembroke, Kingston, and Duxbury.
We're glad you're here. Let's get started. Let's jump right in with an episode of the 12th Plymouth, on which host Stephen Cole and State Representative Kathy Lenatra visit with architect Bill Forniciari.
What do you think this room is called? Give me the wrong answer.
Vestibule, portico, belfry, widow's walk. Okay.
No such thing. So let's talk.
Let's do that again, okay?
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
The myth of the widow's walk is so false.
Really?
So false.
I just love that story.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why are there widow walks in non-coastal communities?
Although that's a good question.
It's a good question.
Which I do not have the answer for.
So, people think that the widow's walk was for some poor widow to look out towards the ocean and see when her husband's ship came in. Nothing to do with that. Biggest threat to these old homes back in the day were chimney fires.
Yeah.
So the widow walks were really fire prevention devices. A chimney fire would start.
Yeah.
They would run up to the attic,
Yeah.
up into a hatch on the roof, with a bucket of sand that they kept in the attic. On top of the platform, they would pour the sand down the chimney, extinguishing the fire.
Can't wait
I know
to share
I
that.
know it kills people when it's
It
not.
does kill the story, but it's still a great story.
It's less romantic, but it's
Right.
far more functional.
Right. It is
Way
much
more functional.
This, however,
Yeah.
is one of two terms. It's either a cupola.
Okay.
Cupola, yeah.
Cupolas are usually used to vent buildings.
Sure.
This has windows.
Venting in here.
So this one most likely is called a lantern.
Okay. So this whole purpose is to capture air, hot air from
This
the building
exactly.
and
this,
vent it out.
This does a couple of things.
Well, it's doing its job.
It allowed, as you can see, the staircase. Take a look all the way down to the first floor.
Oh, I'm getting vertigo.
Wow, I'm getting a little vertigo myself.
Does a couple of things. Natural ventilation of the house in the summer.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say winter, but the summer.
Yep.
Naturally vents the house. The Bartlett-Russell Hedge were a big shipping family. This did give him an opportunity to track ships coming and going in the harbor. So, not a widow's walk, because they don't exist.
They don't exist.
Find more of the 12th Plymouth on Xfinity Channel 6 or Verizon 43, or visit our community producers YouTube channel at Community on the Local Scene.
Cross-generational friendships for younger people can provide a source of wisdom, learning, and perspective for younger people, and can reduce loneliness and social isolation for our seniors. In short, these connections help build a stronger community. The Duxbury Free Library is hosting an intergenerational craft time on Tuesday, December 9th, with friends from the Duxbury Senior Center. Kids aged 2 and up and their adult caretaker are invited to this drop-in workshop to make some fun crafts with new friends anytime between 10:30 a.m. and 12 p.m. It's happening in the children's program room and no registration is required.
On Halloween in the early evening, Main Street in Plymouth transformed into a bustling boulevard of booze and treats as the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual Halloween on Main. Hundreds of tiny ghouls, superheroes, and princesses lined up at their favorite local shops, which opened their doors and their candy buckets for a safe and festive trick-or-treating experience. The local scene was there.
Happy Halloween, everybody! We're down here at Halloween on Main at the Chamber of Commerce's annual trick-or-treating extravaganza. The streets will soon be full with the cutest ghouls and goblins, and it'll be a day of candy and community. Let's go find out what our neighbors have to say. We're here with Jesse and Eddie at the art shop in downtown Plymouth. Well, first of all, happy anniversary, your 12th anniversary of being down here in this space. That's very cool. So, how long have you been participating in Halloween on Main?
5, 6 years perhaps now, I think.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a year we didn't do it. There was COVID.
There was that year.
Yeah,
we don't
there
talk
was-
about 2020.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been a good 4 or 5 years, I think, we've participated.
Okay, and so I'm interested in what inspired you to start participating.
So during 2020, we had my pug Lulu would come to the studio in the shop every single day, and she became a fixture here for a few years at the studio. And Lulu loved kids and people, and so when she would be in the window, would be painting, and she'd be up in the window, and she'd see all the trick-or-treaters. So one year we just randomly, we went outside, downstairs to the street, and we handed out what snacks we had, some candy for Halloween.
We had Little Debbie's, we had,
dogs.
yeah, we had granola bars.
And people love Lulu, but I found we loved the costumes, the kids, the families, seeing everybody, their creativity.
Good energy, too.
Yeah, good energy. It's a community thing. And when
Lulu loved it.
Lulu was a star for 2 years that we had her still. She lived for this day. So that was the initial reason why we started. And then, well, now we just do it because it's a good community event. It's just nice to participate and meet families and see the cute costumes and kids and yeah.
What is your favorite thing about this event?
We're all about creativity, and some of the costumes we see are so creative. You know, like families will come all decked out as one, group of things. One kid will just want to be what he wants to be, and just, it's all he's been thinking about all year, and he puts all his energy into it. Love that stuff.
And families just being families and friends and making more friends along the way and bringing businesses out and getting to see who your customer base is on a different level and letting them just giving back to the community a little bit, when you can.
I'm here with Mary Kay and Caroline. So tell me, what made you choose this Halloween costume?
I like police officers, and I want to be one when I grow up.
That's amazing. What made you choose this costume?
I chose it because when we went to Spirit Halloween to pick my costume, I like the witches, and this is the one that I picked.
I think both of these costumes are a very good choice. If you could spend a night in a haunted house, would you do it?
Yes, I would.
And why?
Because I'm a police officer and I have handcuffs.
That's good. You're right. You're protected. How about you? Haunted house? Would you do it?
Yes, I would.
And why?
Because I want to be with my friends.
Oh, yeah. So you guys would go together, maybe.
Yeah.
Spend. All right. With Amir, Nova, and Tiffany. So I have some questions for you. What made you choose this costume?
Yeah.
Yeah? You love Superman? Yeah. How about you?
Stitch is my favorite movie.
Stitch is your favorite?
Yeah.
Would you spend time in a haunted house if you could?
Yes.
Yeah?
I just think it's like festive.
Oh, okay.
What?
Would you spend time in a haunted house? What do you, oh, he sees that. All right, well, thank you for talking to me. I'm here with Wayne and Monroe. Hi, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So why did you choose this costume?
Just because he likes cowboys.
You love cowboys?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could wear this costume every day, would you wear it all the time?
Yeah.
Well, it is very, very cute. What's your favorite thing about Halloween? The candy. I know that answer.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Halloween?
My grandkids, taking them out and trick-or-treating. And Plymouth is a beautiful town, and it's great, and the community's great. It's good to get out with the kids and have fun, right?
Yeah. May you be blessed with lots of candy.
Thank you.
I'm here with Bob Bob from the Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Bob.
Hey, how are you?
Can I pet you?
Absolutely.
Why are events like this so important to the community?
Because I mean, just look at it. Downtown is packed right now. It's bringing people in that may not be from around here, that are checking out some of these businesses for the first time, walking in their door with their kids, grabbing candy and whatnot. It's just a great community event, and this is what it's all about.
How many years have you been doing it?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I would say probably at least 8 to 10 years at this point. I don't know the exact number, but it's been about that long.
And so what inspired the Chamber to start this event?
Well, we're always looking for ways to bring businesses together and the community together. And it's just a great way for everyone to come together for a common event and just bring so much joy to everybody. And it's just something that we love to do for our community.
Here with Charlotte and Avery. Is this a favorite character of yours? Yeah? What's the character's name?
Sky.
Oh, Sky. Okay, and what made you choose your costume today?
I chose it because I like Princess Peach.
I like Princess Peach too. If you could wear your costume every day, all the time, would you?
Yes. No.
You wouldn't? Well, how come?
Because my dress will be blown every single day.
And it makes it more special, right, when you do Halloween. What's your favorite thing about Halloween?
Getting candy.
Getting candy.
Dressing up.
And dressing up. That about covers Halloween. We're here with Allie and Aurora. What is your favorite thing about Halloween?
Probably getting the candy for free.
Yeah.
I like trick-or-treating.
Yeah. So what made you both choose these costumes?
I love Harry Potter and she didn't have a costume. And I like Stitch, so.
Would you ever spend a night in a haunted house?
No. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going with you.
It was all treats and no tricks at Halloween on Main. I want to thank Jesse and Eddie for having us today and the Chamber for putting on such a spooky, spectacular event. We're going to head out before we turn into pumpkins, although it might be too late for me. We'll see you at the next one.
Join Miss Kiki for a winter story time in the media room at the Pembroke Public Library on Saturday, December 13th. She'll be reading Mother Winter by James Carroll, a poetic appreciation of the season, its pages a stroll through chilly winds, icy ponds, and snowdrifts. After the story, kids will be able to participate in the delightful snowman craft. Story time starts at 1:30, is 1 hour long, and is ideal for kids ages 4 years old to 8. No registration is required for this drop-in event.
Futureworks by the Blue Future Conference was held on October 17th at the Hotel 1620 and was a free event in which high school and college students who are the next generation of innovators in sustainability, tech, and science participated in career panels, mock interviews, and hands-on demos. Let's take a look.
Today I'm most excited about learning a bunch of different people here because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of good stories to tell, but they don't get the opportunity to talk about it. So if you give people a little bit of help, you reach out to them, ask them a few questions, you can be surprised how much they know, the connections they have. And I definitely need a lot of help with the project I have.
Today I'm mostly excited for meeting a bunch of new people. I've never done anything like this, and the opportunity to just be a panelist at a convention like this at my age is just, I've never imagined that would happen when I started volunteering for the whale and dolphin conservation.
It's really important to know about blue economy because the ocean makes up a lot of the world, and it is really important to be able to help the world and help people in the world, and it is easier to do that by knowing a lot about blue economy.
I think it's important to know about Blue Economy, especially if you're in Plymouth, because that's just like your best chance, your best hope if you want people to help you. And in general, if you're outside of Plymouth, it's a very powerful movement, very interesting field to be in, because a lot of motivated people with dreams and ambitions of where to be.
For a future career, I'm looking to be a civil engineer or an architect, and I've been working in my school's engineering pathway program for the past 3 years.
As a career, I hopefully intend to pursue a more entrepreneurship path in terms of start my own organization for mobile robotics. Preferably my ideal dream, which is like dream, is to make a self-replicating robot or a robot that could assimilate matter around it to repair itself. But more realistically, I think one of my first pursuits would be closer to something that could help with the conflict in Ukraine, because my family's there and I want to help protect people.
So in the future, I really want to get into space tech and the implications space tech can have into kind of the environmental aspect and conservation, but also possibly improving, or I guess getting rid of the impacts of global warming.
To take away from this experience, I am hoping to get maybe an internship opportunity or just learn more about Blue Economy as a whole.
Tangibly, what I intend to bring out is sponsors, people with connections to electronics, hardware, things for like project that I could physically take, but in terms of just what I personally want is different stories, different connections, new people to meet, and have fun throughout the process.
The Plymouth Public Library invites you to tune in for some delicious, delectable conversation about Julia Child with Paula J. Johnson, Smithsonian curator and author of the book Julia Child's Kitchen: The Design, Tools, Stories, and Legacy of an Iconic Space. Paula will walk us through the famed chef's office, a cooking space that contains more than 1,000 items, from the culinary tools of Julia's trade like utensils, cooking gadgets, and appliances, to whimsical knickknacks, books, and artwork she collected over the course of her 40-plus year career. This virtual online-only event will be cooking on December 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. Visit the library's website calendar, where you'll find a link to reserve your seat at the virtual table. Where do you find weird stuff for weird people on your holiday gift list? The same place you can find it all year round. The Plymouth Punk Rock Market on Sunday, November 30th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Over 80 vendors will offer strange, unique DIY handmade goods, obscure vintage items and clothing, oddities, housewares, art, and so much more. Food trucks, live music, and tarot readings will complete the experience. And the Plymouth Punk Rock Christmas Market will be slaying at a new venue this time around, inside the mall at the Kingston Collection. The mall is located at 101 Kingston Collection Way in, you guessed it, the town of Kingston.
On December 6th and 7th, the Cozy Cottage invites you to shop for the holidays in their warm and cozy nook at their first annual Cozy Winter Artisan Market. This two-day event will feature an intimate lineup of local artisans offering novel gifts, one-of-a-kind wares, and unique goods for everyone on your holiday list. The Cozy Winter Artisan Market will be open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on both days. And in addition to having the potential to make you the season's best gift giver, it's a great opportunity to support local artists and independent business in your neighborhood. The Cozy Cottage is located at 610 Washington Street in Pembroke.
The Pilgrim Festival Chorus, the South Shore's community choral ensemble, will be performing Rejoice, festive music for the festive season at the Church of the Pilgrimage on Saturday, December 6th and Sunday, December 7th. Consisting of two different sets of carols arranged for organ and orchestra, Rejoice will include Alice Parker's ebullient 7 Carols for Christmas, which includes relatively familiar music and Behold New Joy, Ancient Carols for Christmas, featuring Latin carols from the Pie Canciones of 1582. The concert centerpiece is Gloria in Excelsis Deo, a lesser-known sacred choral work by Antonio Vivaldi. Saturday's show will start at 7:30 p.m., and on Sunday, there's a matinee at 3 p.m. and an evening performance at 6. Children under 18 and Car to Culture attendees get in free. Tickets for general admission are $25 per person and $20 for senior and students over the age of 18.
Take the wheel on learning about transportation services available to you at the Duxbury Senior Center on Tuesday, December 9th at 10:30 a.m. Seniors who are interested in GATRA services and applying for a Charlie card can register for an informational session with Carrie Victoria, the Community Engagement Coordinator for the Greater Attleboro-Taunton Regional Transit Authority. She'll share information about the fixed route bus and the dial-a-ride services that are available locally. After the presentation, you'll be able to apply and have your photo taken to receive a Charlie card. If you would like to register for this informational session, go to the Duxbury Senior Center's website at duxburyseniorcenter.org or call 781-934-5774, extension 5703.
Every year, the Plymouth Philharmonic slays the holiday season with their fun and festive holiday show. This year, no different. What can you expect from this year's performance? A merry musical sleigh ride of musicians gifting you with their favorite Yuletide classics, along with O Holy Night and Rejoice Greatly from Handel's Messiah. Ringing out this year to commemorate 60 years of A Charlie Brown Christmas Special, there will be a live musical tribute to the Peanuts and this beloved Christmas tradition. Tickets range from $35 to $150 and can be purchased through the Phil's website. Show times and dates available are Saturday, December 13th at 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, December 14th at 1 and 5 p.m. Visit PlymouthPhil.org to get your tickets.
Next is poet Sam Aureli in a reading of his original work.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam Aureli, and I'll be reading from my forthcoming book titled On the Edge of Knowing. It's due out in spring of 2026, so I don't have books today, but I do have bookmarks that has some information on there, and you can follow along on the journey of my website, Substack, Twitter, and Instagram. On the Edge of Knowing came about during a major life event. For most of my life, I worked in a very intense work environment, and I never had time to breathe, never had time to sit still, working long hours, going to school at night, earning my architecture degree, leading worship at church, all while trying to raise a family. And I eventually hit a wall and came crumbling down, and out of those ashes, the book came into being. So I'm going to be reading hopefully 6 poems from On the Edge of Knowing, beginning with Between Stars and Silence. And I should put my glasses on. The earth turns, a blue pearl in the void, poised between fire and ice. Spinning just so. A fraction off and breath would fade. Tides might shrug the moon's pull, and we'd drift, cut loose in the dark. Yet oceans brush the shore, waves rising and falling. A blind hand tracing the curve of a familiar face. Was it whispered into being? A sigh from ancient depths, or flung here, a coin cast into a cosmic well. And me? I'm just a bit of motion, a pocket of warm blood, caught midway through the mystery, turning it over, a dull penny found on a street I don't remember walking. in the waiting. I kneel in the asparagus patch, shears in hand, cutting back the brittle ghosts of last year's growth. Each stem a memory, each snip a quiet prayer. The earth does not flinch. It takes the gesture without question. Nothing breaks the surface yet, but I ready the soil anyway, my hands learning the slow language of return. This too is how we live, clearing what no longer blooms, trusting the root that waits in silence to rise. This next poem is probably the first poem I wrote that was accepted in a literary journal, so it holds a special place in my heart. It's called Lost in the Woods, first published in the Atlanta Journal. The great American beach looms, its autumn leaves scattered below. Scaly cones of the eastern white pines lie spent among broken twigs. The crunch beneath my feet fills the quiet. No one travels here but the deer, the squirrel, the wood thrush singing. Fresh scrapes mark the fissured tulip bark, a black bear speaking in a tongue only the wild remembers. My claws are mute, my voice without melody. The wind carries the forest chatter, creaking branches, tumbling leaves. The aging white birch, skin unfolding, leans close and whispers, "Where are you going?" I've roamed poplars and spruces, brushed the stags graze, heard the mourning dove coo, sought the great horned owl by night, yet these woods grow strange to me. In the distance, a brook's rush threads through roots and worn stone, its babble a steady hand, guiding me toward open waters, where the silt of the world drifts on. This next poem, can be difficult these days, especially to write poems about hope. But this is a poem about hope titled "Even Now, the Light." Listen. The earth still breathes beneath our hurried steps, its ancient pulse dwelling in the roots of trees, in the hush between waves. But we do not hear it. We walk with our heads bent, hands full of loss, as night folds itself over the fields, as the wind threads through the reeds. Even the moon turns away. But not all is lost. Look how the morning spills light into the empty spaces, how the hermit thrush lifts a note of gold against the fading dark. Spring comes anyway. And what is the sun if not the hand of mercy? What is the wind if not a voice calling us home? Even now, the earth begins again. Even now, there is light enough to find our way. I spent some time reading Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and the reason I decided to read it was because my uncle in Italy co-authored a book with a gentleman in Italy, an author, that somehow traces the Aureli lineage back to Marcus Aurelius. I don't know how accurate that is, nor do I have any land or titles to show for it. But this poem came about from a quote in the book Meditations. Whatever this is that I am, it is flesh and a little spirit and a little and intelligence, by Marcus Aurelius. The poem is called Call It Soul. I watch my hand in the halfling, a weathered map of old roads, dusty towns, and forgotten rivers. Scars like cryptic inscriptions, creases where shadows settle. It moves without asking, writes its own story, pulls the past from my pockets, cups water, cups air, cups silence. I am a collection of moving parts, bone and sinew, a murmuring machine, thought leaping between circuits like a bird too restless to land. Somewhere in this tangle of wires, something flickers, a small and stubborn flame. Not the hand, not the mind, but the thing neither can touch. Call it soul, call it ghost. It waits in the dim, watching the eye, watching it. And the poem I want to leave you with is titled On the Edge of Knowing, which is the title of the book. And this poem came about after reading the book When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. And there's a quote that I'd like to share with you. There is a moment, a cusp, when the sum of gathered experience is worn down by the details of living. We are never so wise as when we live in this moment. On the edge of knowing. Suddenly, I know what I want. To be scattered by the sea, where waves churn sand into bone, and wind stirs my ash with driftwood. I have no use for the frail certainties of man, or for those who sit with their stories clutched tight, as if time could still be held. What I want is this, to lose myself among the details, salt on my skin, the gull's cry that shatters the silence, the tide's slow pull, the way the sun bends low at dusk, its light thinning, then gone. For there is a moment when all I have gathered crumbles like sand, and I, for once, am wise enough to let it be. Thank you.
The Americana Theatre Company is back at the Plymouth Center for the Arts with their popular nostalgic twist on the classic American holiday favorite, It's a Wonderful Life. In this clever adaptation, the beloved heartwarming tale centered around George Bailey's Christmas Eve contemplations about the value of his life is brought to life as a 1940s radio show, complete with studio, sound effects, and an applause sign for the live audience, you. The show, appropriate for ages 5 and up, is running on select dates December 4th through the 14th, but seating is limited, so advance purchase of tickets is recommended. Get yours at americanatheater.org/tickets.
On Sunday, December 7th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., jingle all the way to the Pine Hills Village Green for a family-friendly, festive atmosphere and the transformation of the Pine Hills into a holiday winter wonderland for a day of seasonal celebration. There'll be holiday shopping opportunities, entertainment, and all kinds of fun activities, including the 19th annual Rain Dog Parade, featuring canines strutting their best holiday garb for a cause, carolers, a petting zoo, face painting, and Santa waiting for your wish list at the Pine Hills Post Office. Book Love will host a holiday farmers market with local makers and artisans. And for something that might be on the wish list of those aged 21 and up, the Mayflower Brewing Company Winter Beer Garden will have brews on tap, complete with a cozy fire pit.
And that's a wrap. This, our 270th episode, marks the last episode of the local scene this week of 2025, as we'll be on a short hiatus until the new year. But you'll still see us out on the street and in our town halls, keeping a pulse on local governance and the issues, voices, art, and community in our 4 towns.
And our community studios, work and meeting spaces are still open to the public, 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday and 10 to 6 on Fridays. So come on by.
From all of us at the local scene this week, we join you in welcoming the holiday season, celebrating each other for who and how we are, and staying focused on what really matters. We'll see you in 2026. Hello, friend. If you enjoyed this video, please think about scanning the QR code and making a contribution to the local scene. Every dollar is appreciated, and your support helps keep community media alive and our resources free to the community. We'll see you on the local scene.